Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Calendar with Droid Live. Taking a look today at Chameleon Launcher, which now has phone support. So if you guys remember Chameleon Launcher, it was a Kickstarter-backed project that was basically a new tablet sort of launcher UI, and it was only for tablets, and that was sort of it. They've been developing it more and more over the last few months, and they came out with a version for phones. This is it. So it was just released within the last couple hours. So we thought we'd take a quick look at it. For the most part, it looks just like it did in the past, although they've added, I believe, you can actually swipe between pages, I believe now. I'm not sure if that was there before. But the widgets, they said, have all been updated. Here is an Instagram widget. Here's a Google Plus widget. And then down here is your switches for toggles and things like that. You can still add, with a long press, all of the, like Facebook widgets and all of their other stuff too. You can also add some Android widgets, though the support there seems to be a little bit limited. But the UI has also been sort of updated. They've revamped everything from what I can tell. So they've made sure, like transitions look better, just it's more stable. There's a few more options and things like that. I have a folder down here. You got shortcuts down here. You can drag other apps there. To get into the app drawer, it's a swipe up or just a press on this button over here. But if you do a swipe, it sort of seems cooler, doesn't it? Here's all your apps. They're alphabetized. Once you get to the far right, there's actually this section called folders. And in the folder section, what it allows you to do is basically create a folder on one of your home displays, and then you can link it so that it links into this section, which then allows you to pull the same folder into sort of another home setup. Probably doesn't make a lot of sense. So let me show you. So I have this folder down here, and I've pressed the little link button right there, which put it then in my folder section right there. Okay, so one of the beauties of Chameleon is that you can have like a home screen for work and a home screen for at home and a home screen for when you're out jogging or whatever you want to do. And so this is, one of my home screen setups, right? So if I hit this button over here on the left, this is where I get to switch to other sort of setups. So here's a new one, they call them dashboards. So here's another one I have set up, which is actually blank. But you can see if I go into this folder section, here is this linked folder that came over from my previous dashboard. So then I went ahead and placed it down there. Now to show you what I mean by that is I have another folder right here with some stuff and I don't have it linked. So if you look up in this section, there's only one linked folder up here, which is this one, which was from another dashboard, if that makes sense. Sort of confusing. I'm not sure exactly why we need an entire UI of folders up there. But anyway, here's your app. So if you want to add an app to anything, it's just a long press. You can delete it down there, bottom right, go to more info on the left, or add it to a dashboard. You can sort of drag these wherever. If you want to add multiple apps to this dashboard, I believe you can do 2 per little section, and that's sort of what it looks like. If you want to add a widget, it's a long press. You can go up here and grab, any sort of widget. I think I can just tap that. You can expand these, make them longer, add your Twitter feed to it, all that good stuff. You can long press and drag these around to sort of resize them. And then I can make it really wide if I wanted to. So it's still basically the same core functionality that you've seen in Chameleon Launcher in the past. It now just works on phones. I will say that the animations and sort of the way it works now are much nicer. I know they've updated over the past. I just haven't used it in a while, but the actual UI itself looks a lot more polished and seems to function a lot better than from what I remember in the past. But you can see you can add multiple pages now. You maybe could have done that with a more recent update, but this is new to me. You can swipe between pages and continue to add more stuff. You can do folders and widgets, and also down here in this sort of app tray, I just want to show you that you can actually add more apps down here. I'm not sure how many. Let's go ahead and see. We'll just keep trying to add to it. Looks like 4 might be the max. Nope, we can keep adding more, and then you can scroll over to get to all of your other ones. So kind of cool. This is sort of just a quick look at it. Those are all of these sort of new elements that I'm noticing. The big change here was that it's available on phones now. There's not any new necessarily Chameleon widgets. They've all just been refocused and revamped, and they've sort of tried to strengthen the whole core experience, I believe they said. So for the most part, it looks just like you remember. It just works on phones now. Tablet support's still there as well. This is available for anyone who pre-ordered, and also Kickstarter backers. So go ahead and grab it in the Google Play Store if you'd like to update to it now. This is Chameleon Launcher now on phones. We're Droid Life. Peace.